Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jonathan Bullard in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain at 21 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Coleman has it here right side. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, Bud, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Coleman on the toss. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw is Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 27 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And he marks it past the 30, almost to the 25. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Lock in, lock in. Hey, gotta go.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Gotta go. Move.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Here's Trubisky to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, Freeman. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49. A good pickup there at 22. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, Ryan steps away. And his throw here's incomplete. 1:59 to go in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Coleman now. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mohamed Sanu, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Onto the field now come the Bears. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
18.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And this is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing here, Trubisky, and that will be incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Coleman. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Ryan. He sets to fire deep. And, oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they ran 6.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now, before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the gun, it's Ryan. Flush to his right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
2nd and goal from the 1.
39.
They get it to him running left. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll toss it to Coleman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down, Trubisky. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Bruce Irvin coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Now Trubisky on third and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Taking on the midfield logo. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
15 yards through the air and a first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Now Ryan on first down. Flushed out right. Complete to Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. This is Coleman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. On third down, it's Coleman. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up fourth down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually...
And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper from 10 yards out, and the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
On first down, Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. So he got free at one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Third and 2. Now Trubisky. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Red, up. Up. 180. Hey, 18.
They go play action. Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's White. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. On the left side, a catch by White. 19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another first down. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Welcome back live to Orlando. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Lock it. Move. 180.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky, escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Trubisky to throw again. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Throwing deep here for Coleman, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at about the 32.
21.
Back to the air, Ryan after the pick six. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Ryan on 2nd down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ryan now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Coleman. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Ryan. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Jonathan Bullard in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. And that is incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Look. There you go. You see it? 180! Hey, gotta go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got this down to the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 13, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
21. Gun. Hey, gun. 54, south. Right.
Ryan wants to throw it. He's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 41 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Gun. Wait.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Going up top. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And that will write a finish to this ball game.